Kevin Cassius, IFLTV. We're at Trafalgar Square here for the AJ Dubois weigh-in. I'm joined by heavyweight Kevin LERENA. Kevin, how are you, mate?
Good, Coos. Good to be here. Good to be in your city and your country.
Well, my country, my city, I live outside of here, but I'll take that. How's things for you at the moment?
No, very good. Obviously, just patiently waiting. You know, we got the mandatory shot against OKOLIE. Not sure what OKOLIE is doing at the moment, whether he's going to fight me or Riakapor. There's been talks about him fighting Riakapor. So I'm just waiting patiently. Obviously, I broadcasted my intentions of who I want to fight next if the OKOLIE fight doesn't happen, and that's Big Baby Anderson. I think it makes for a great fight and good boxing.
Is that your number one choice if the OKOLIE fight can't happen then? Jared Anderson obviously suffered that loss to OKOLIE last month, but that's who you want.
You know what it's about, you know, it's all respect to Anderson. It's not about attacking him after his loss against OKOLIE. We've all had losses in fights. We've had losses at Life, but I think it makes for a genuinely good fight, LERENA versus Anderson. It's a fight a lot of people have been speaking about. We've both come off losses. Obviously, he lost to OKOLIE, I lost to Huni in a close fight, and I think it makes good sense. Riyadh season, Tyson Fury undercard, why not?
Why not indeed? Is there a plan C and D if those fights don't materialise?
You know what, I like to stick to plan A and plan B, and if plan B doesn't work, go back to plan A. Obviously, there's other fights to be made, but I need to look at the fights that make the most sense for me. You know, you can't go on calling all different names out with a list of names of fights that don't make sense for them or for me. I think those are the two fights that make the most sense for me, Kooks.
When can we expect some news on your next fight then? Coming soon?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, that's why I'm down here. I try to get some meetings across the line with Spencer to see if we can make the fight. I think the Jared Anderson fight is very, very makeable. The fact that he's a Riyadh season ambassador, you know, if Spence can talk to His Excellency and Queensbury and all the necessary involved and Top Rank to see if the fight can happen. But obviously, the Lawrence OKOLIE fight, I'm his mandatory to be the Bridgeweight, for the Bridgeweight world title. I'm interim, he's a world champion. So that fight also makes sense, but I'm not sure what Lawrence is doing. So like I said, you know, respect him. If he wants to fight Riakapor at heavyweight, by all means, but then vacate the belt and let me fight somebody else. So I'm kind of just waiting patiently.
Okay, we'll keep us posted on any kind of upcoming news. Kevin, we know you've obviously spent rounds with Tyson Fury. Have you ever sparred Dubois or Joshua, have you?
No, I haven't sparred Joshua. I've fought Dubois, obviously.
Oh, fought Dubois, sorry. Sorry. I was there at the fight as well, at Tottenham. Sorry, yes. But you have fought Dubois, but so you're in a kind of good position to gauge what could possibly go down at Wembley. Sorry about that. That was a little bit of a rookie mistake for myself. But how do you see this fight playing out?
No, I'm sure you've heard this from a lot of people. I think it's a 50-50 fight in a sense of both guys can crack. Both guys are very athletic. Daniel Dubois is a big puncher, it's obvious, but so is Anthony Joshua. I just think if Daniel gets hit with right hands like he was getting hit against Hrgovic, it won't go well for him. He can't afford to get hit with those backhands of AJ's. AJ's a destructive puncher himself. But having said that, Daniel's got a deceptively good jab. I think if he can control the fight and the distance with his jab, make it hard for AJ. But I'm going to stick my neck out. I think AJ does the business, but I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel wins.
Well, 24 hours and we'll be in Wembley, Trafalgar Square. It's a beautiful Friday evening here. Have you been to a weigh-in like this before?
No, I haven't. Obviously, when I fought at Tottenham, when the Tyson Fury undercard, it was a big fight, it was a big event, but not this big, not in front of 96,000 people tomorrow night. So this is a first for me, and obviously my last fight was in Saudi. The vibe is always good in Riyadh, but the UK fans know how to turn it up.
We look forward to a spectacular night here in London tomorrow night. Have you got anything else you'd like to add, Kevin, before we finish?
Nothing else other than IFLTV. Subscribe, they're the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother.